This is a review of the Nitecore EC4 1000 lumen flashlight that comes in a kit bundle. Inside the box, you'll find the 5-year warranty card, a nice ballistic nylon belt holster that you can use, an instruction manual, a lanyard to put on the flashlight itself, and a carrying case to hold 2 18650 batteries or 4 CR123 batteries. Nitecore is known for their ultra high quality. This is an excellent flashlight. This one here has a unibody cast construction that makes it extremely strong, durable, and also helps dissipate heat of the batteries and the LED when they're operating. It's very powerful at 1000 lumens, and it operates on 2 18650 batteries that are not provided to you, or you can use 4 CR123 batteries. I strongly recommend the use of 18650 batteries because even though they're more expensive, they can be recharged over 500 times. These 2 18650 batteries, if you get good ones, are protected with a built-in circuit board from overcharging and overheating. I also recommend batteries with a capacity of 3,400 milliampere hours as they last longer on a charge. For my testing, I'm going to use Orbtronic 3,400 milliampere hour protected batteries, and I'm going to compare this flashlight, which is 1000 lumens, to a Phoenix TK35, which is 860 lumens, and they both have the same batteries inside that are freshly charged. This is a smart flashlight, and it has 2 push buttons. This one is the power button, and the top one's the mode button. I'll go over those in a little bit. When you insert the batteries, this button here will flash blue. If it flashes 3 times, the batteries are charged more than 50%. If it flashes 2 times, the batteries are charged less than 50%. If it flashes 1 time, the batteries are almost depleted and it's time to recharge them. At the bottom here, you'll see a spot for a lanyard, and this is where this would mount. Also, you'll see some grooves cut through the handle, and it's thin in one direction, makes it easy to carry, fits in your hand very nicely. On the back here, you have a thumb wheel that you can turn. You can see me turning it, and when you remove this, you have access to the battery compartment. Inside of the flashlight, looking down into the flashlight, you'll see the connections for the batteries. They're gold-plated as they are on the base. In addition, there's circuitry in here that will temperature protect the batteries and flashlight and prevent overcharge and over discharge. At the bottom here, you'll see this thumb wheel. You'll see it's drilled and tapped. You can actually screw in a tripod, a guide there, and use this as a flashlight to stand up on a table, for example. When you insert the batteries, make sure you put them in the right polarities and then install the base. Make sure you tighten the base to make sure that it's watertight. This flashlight has a water resistance rating of IPX8, which means it can be submerged in 2 meters of water almost indefinitely. Very nice approval rating, but you must have this tightened properly. When I put the cover on the back, you'll see the power button here. It'll flash 3 times. That indicates the batteries are charged 50% or more. I do want to point out that there are threads here that this thumb screw engages. Every so often you might want to take that and put on some silicone grease very, very lightly. That helps the aluminum when it's being screwed together to keep it from galling and damaging the threads and actually cold welding itself together. This flashlight is also very ruggedly designed. It has a drop resistance of 1.5 meters or roughly 4.92 feet. That means if you're out and drop it on the ground or drop it on gravel or whatever, perhaps even on concrete, it's not going to damage the flashlight. The crystal of the flashlight is an ultra clear mineral glass. Its deep well design of the mirror inside of it allows the turbo beam mode to be projected up to 322 meters or 1,056 feet. The body of the flashlight itself is made of high quality aircraft aluminum, and it's professional black anodized to an HA3 military grade to resist corrosion. You see here that there are even fins on each side to help dissipate heat. This flashlight has various lighting modes, and the brightness can be changed. In addition, it has a flashing mode that can be turned on. In the specifications, it said using a 2,600 milliampere hour pair of batteries in the turbo mode at 1000 lumens, the beam will last for 1 hour and 30 minutes. On the high side, at 529 lumens, for 3 hours and 45 minutes. On the mid setting at 240 lumens, it's 7 hours and 45 minutes. On the low setting at 80 lumens, it's 19 hours and 45 minutes. And on the lowest setting, which is very dim, it's 1 lumen for 260 hours for a long life for emergencies. In addition, the flashlight has a strobe mode to blind an attacker, an SOS mode, and a pulse location mode, which is a bright burst of light every 2 seconds so rescue workers can find you. The light is very bright, so when you have it on, do not shine it in someone's eyes, as you may damage their vision. The flashlight itself will also get warm. The flashlight also has a lockout mode. With the flashlight off, you can press both these buttons and hold them for 1 second, and it disables the buttons so the flashlight cannot be accidentally turned on. If you want to turn that off, you press and hold it again for 1 second, and now the buttons are active again. Here you can see I put on the lanyard. I like lanyards on these security flashlights. You can put this around your wrist when you're working near water. In case you drop it, it's not going to go into the water. And in addition to that, if you got gloves on, it's nice to wear because you won't drop it if you're walking in snow, for example. In addition, it has a slip ring here that will tighten it on your wrist. I'm going to do a brief comparison of the Nitecore 1000 lumen to the Phoenix TK35, which is 860 lumen. I want to show in a dark basement that the power button is flashing once every 3 seconds, which is a nice feature. Helps you find the flashlight and helps you find the power button. I'm shooting a wall about 25 feet away on the low setting, and you can barely see a light down here. If I move it up close to a pool table that's between me and the wall, you can see how bright it is. That's 1 lumen. Here you can see I have the flashlight on the lowest setting, what I call low. That's 1 lumen. There's the low setting. There's the medium setting, which you can already see the beams expanded to about 25 feet in diameter. This is the high setting, and you can see it's quite bright with a pretty good bright spot that's moving back and forth. And this is the turbo setting, and now you can see it's extremely bright. This is 1000 lumen. This is the Nitecore flashlight at 1000 lumen. This is the Phoenix TK35 at 860. And to be honest with you, the Phoenix has a brighter big circle and hot spot than the Nitecore. They're very, very close though. And like I said, it's 860 lumens versus 1000. Here's 1000, and here's the TK at 860. Here you can see the Nitecore on the turbo mode. I'm going to press the button for mode and hold it, and there you can see the strobe mode. It's actually flashing about 4 times faster than what you see there, but the camera's not picking it up. This is very blinding and distracting to an attacker and will take away their night vision. If I press the button and hold it for 1 second again, I then go into the pulse mode. This is like when you're injured in the woods. You can turn this on and it will pulse, making the flashlight batteries last longer, and as a result, it will attract the rescue workers. Also, if I press and hold it for 1 more second again, it goes into the SOS mode, which is another way to attract attention. You can see the flashlight's on the low setting. If I reach up now and touch the mode button, which is the front one, it goes to the low setting, the middle setting, the high setting, and the turbo mode. If I hold the button again for a second, it goes into the strobe mode. If I press to hold the button for 1 second, it goes into the burst mode. If I press and hold it for 1 second again, it goes into the SOS mode. Then I can reach back and press the power button and turn off the flashlight. In addition, for quick access, if I touch the power button and hold it for 1 second, it comes on in the low mode. If I turn the flashlight off and press the mode button and hold it for 1 second, it comes on in the turbo mode. That way you always know which way it's going to come on. Overall, this is a very nice product. I rated it 5 stars. I'd like you to know I was supplied a sample for test and evaluation. A review is not promised to the supplier in exchange for the sample, but I stated that if I provided a review, it would be fair and honest.